Hello, welcome. I am Carisse and I live out of my 1999 E150. So as you can see from the beginning of this video, I ended up finding this beautiful spot. I think what I'm going to talk about today is the contrast of living van life and being outside. I think everybody obviously has the right to be who they are, and everybody has the right to be where they need to be, according to where they're at. And right now for me, I'm getting into a space where I've been in this suburban experience and living in the city, and it can be very overwhelming. It could be the space of being too much. The noise is a lot. The noise is a lot sometimes. And I think that's one of the things that can be complicated with living van life is that, of course, everybody has the right to be who and where they need to be in an appointed time. But there's also this space of, when you live on the road, you have to accept and acknowledge this, and it's not so much criticizing other people for who they are and what they are, but to know that you have to make the space for yourself and find the space for yourself where you can find your peace, and hold on a minute because I'm supposed to be working. Actually, I'm going to let you guys listen. Good morning, this is Tamara.
Hello?
Yes.
Hey, Tamara, my name is Joseph. I'm calling with a 9610 serial code.
Okay, how can I help you?
Yeah, we have submitted, I called you before, our channel.
All right, so yeah, I am working while I'm making this video. So yeah, it's just a matter of finding your peace while you're on the road. And I've just been really getting into a space of just wanting some quiet time, like real quiet time. The last couple of nights have been hard just because, I don't know, I just feel like maybe the energy has shifted a bit. But I felt like it wasn't this crazy in the evening times, but just, just loud music, the loudness of people revving up their vehicles and their vehicles being so loud, the trash, it's just like everything is irritating me. And it's probably just me in general, to be quite honest with you. I just think that's just the space that I'm in, where I just want to be in pure solitude. So let's have a little story time, but I'm going to light an incense. So give me a minute. All right. So, van life is a beautiful experience. It just requires acceptance of your environment and acceptance of other people, because now you're on the road and you see things differently. You hear, it's like all your senses are activated when you're in your van. And so it really teaches you how to be accepting towards this experience that we're currently in and our travels. And you become aware of yourself more than anything, because you enter into a space of kind of, yes, your senses are constantly activated while living this life, and it's kind of like a fight or flight situation that you're in, which is why it's important to calm your nervous system and your vagus nerve and to do that work while you're living van life, because we constantly have to be in a space of, is this safe? Where am I going to sleep? What do I need to do today? How is my van? Is it going to break down? What is that noise? It's like a constant noise and thinking every single day. And I've had to learn for myself to, and I had this conversation with my friend at lunch the other day where, me living this life, I've had to learn how to allow things to be what they are and allow myself to know that my mind just loves creating scenarios that haven't even happened yet, right? Or may not even ever happen. So as much as, we're here, and of course my van is a 1999, she's old, so there's a lot of work that I've already had to put in her, so when I'm driving and I hear a noise, it's like it's an automatic, oh no, what is that? What's going to happen? And I literally have to commune with myself and tell myself, Tamara, first of all, also, Tamara is my first name. Carisse is my middle name. I love going by Carisse because I feel like that's my rebirthed aspect of myself. Tamara is the gangster who was homeless, on drugs, out in the street, and that's just my old me. So now it's Carisse, which is my middle name. So if you hear me go back and forth, then but I prefer Carisse. So, I have this conversation with myself like everything is fine. Everything is fine until it's not fine. But even when it's not fine, it's still fine because you're a solutionist. You know what I'm saying? Like, you chose this life. You know that you're putting the wear and tear on this van. You know that, you driving is going to eventually, it's not if, it's when, the van decides to let you know that it needs some assistance. But to constantly be living that life in fight or flight of always worrying or being in a space of, is something going to happen? It just becomes a lot. And, then you have to, once you do get comfortable, you end up coming into a space where it's loud outside, or there's, loud noises, or the trash trucks. And it's just a lot. It's just a lot. And it can become unbearable at times, if you don't learn how to channel your inner peace and center yourself with this experience, but I've been grateful, just the acknowledgement of, this space, and the acknowledgement of my energy, and, being able to listen to my body when enough is enough. And that's through a lot of situations. It could be company, it could be, where I reside, it could be places that I park, it could be foods that I'm eating. It's just being aware, because, when you live van life, you're constantly in this awareness state of your surroundings, and I've been blessed. I've been blessed to be able to not have any incidences with people, places, or things. I've been blessed to just be able to, park and not have anybody disturb me. I've heard some stories. I mean, I watched the people on YouTube, and, some of the people that I love watching, I hear them and they show some of the stuff on their videos, and I've never had that situation. I've never had anybody knock on my van. I've never had anybody come and disturb me. I think the most that I had, which was not crazy at all, was when I was in, I think it was Ocean Beach or Pacific Beach. And I was parked there. But of course, while I was parked there, there was just like a lot of people walking. And one guy came and asked me if I had a lighter, but you can tell he was on drugs. And I told him no. And, he just kept like, you don't, and so I had to like reiterate multiple times, I don't. And I had to be stern with him and tell him to get away from my van. And, so that was like the most that I've experienced. Other than that, I've just been blessed with beautiful spaces and people and surroundings, and as you can see, I love my rituals. That's very important to me. Just kind of being in my gratitude and using my singing bowls and creating a very peaceful space in my humble abode. So yeah, that is part of, my self-evaluation, is being okay with, knowing that people have their own spaces, So yeah, that people have their own spaces, people have the right to be where they are, people have the right to be who they are. And when living van life, you just have to get yourself into a space of guiding yourself into spaces that, you know, make you feel good and allow you to find your peace and solitude. So, yeah, I've, really been indulging. This is like my third year. This past November was my third year living van life. And I don't know when I'm going to stop. I have no reason to. I just enjoy being able to get up and go and to view these beautiful spaces that I'm in, I wouldn't want to have it any other way. I don't see myself, changing my lifestyle. I think the only thing that I may change is my van and upgrading it into something else, that I could really do a conversion on myself. But other than that, I don't see myself stopping at any time. I enjoy where I'm at, and I'm comfortable with where I'm at, and it might look a certain way to other people. And I've heard a lot where van lifers, we get judged, we really get judged a lot. Some of us have chosen this life, such as myself. Some of us have been forced in this life. Some have, chosen this life because of their partners. And I mean, it looks different for everybody. I specifically have chosen this life and I've enjoyed it. I've visited so many beautiful places, to wake up with the sunrise and the sound of the ocean in the background. I mean, what more could I ask for? I've become a minimalist in this life and just living a very simple life and only carrying the things that, mean the most to me or what I need. And once I eliminated myself from the materialistic things of life, which there's nothing wrong if that's people's ways of living, and, great. I just had it and been there, done that. And now I'm just in a space of, just enjoying the road and nature. That's where my heart is. And it's just been amazing to me to see how much I've let go of. And now I'm just in this space of appreciation, of just having nature surrounding me, and yeah, I love it here. So let me show you where I'm at.
You have to be your biggest fan. And when things are really tough and they're really rough and nothing's working, but there's something inside of you that says, I just have to follow that. Because you don't know who you're going to be, who you're going to be, who you're going to don't know who you're going to be, who you're going to
Thank you for watching, and I wish you nothing but love on your journeys.